Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hurts, he's going to keep this on the option. A gain there of 21 yards. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
From 17 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
makes the score Eagles 7, Washington nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30.
I'm the best in the game.
He will score. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Here's Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Henderson, the ball carrier.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
On the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Henderson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And down to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd down, it's Henderson. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Complete to Zach.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Gain of a yard on the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Aguilar has it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Darnay Holmes.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Eagles 7.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. On play action, now Brady. Incomplete.
Brady's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's it. Absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Devon Kennard.
He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
4 yards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The 15-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21. Eagles 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Here's Hurts to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Down at the 33-yard
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. This is Carson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Brady. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 11.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a first down throw, complete downfield. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 49 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. With a man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught at the 25. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
6-yard line,
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Greg Ward, as the first half is winding down. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They run again with Carson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Tate to return it. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run with Henderson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deontay Johnson, 47 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with the first. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A gain of 12.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run the toss with Henderson. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Brady. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll give this to Henderson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play.
1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18 in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the carry is Henderson. And he he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Philadelphia.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Hurts. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff, Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
Darrell Henderson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Hurts. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Washington 28, Eagles 26.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down now, it's Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Now it's Tate. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
36 yards.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He gets it left side to Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll run on first down. Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darrell Henderson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Brady now on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the draw, this is Ingram. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run it with Carson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, we should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And Washington has once again taken the lead. There was was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
On 1st down, it's Henderson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
Devin McCourty. The 3rd down pass. Intercepted.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
29-yard line.
Wait, Alabama. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.